between the Canes and the Noles, once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a team sitting in the top 5 of the conference standings, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Hurricanes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The running back looking for room. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like you could tell, they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here and stay on the field.
Third and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Back to pass, it's Landry. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Slips through the line. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Quick release by the QB. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Gibson on the option. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Trying to bully their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Noles! That, his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Crosses the 30. There he goes. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
And the Canes just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important that had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these two teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Rourke. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
I love the start for this quarterback on 3rd down. 3rd down, obviously money down. Got to have success, but to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
The Canes are marching down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rourke.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the move. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Canes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the big fella. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He's going for the goal line. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The Canes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Big guy smells it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Now on 2nd and goal.
Cricket.
They'll run it. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Hurricane. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's a heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Landry. Got his man quickly. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Quick release on the RPO. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle. Man, those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long. And right there, I think he did. He probably want that throwback.
Up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Landry. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
fielded in the end zone. It's Cook. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
And the Hurricanes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up 3rd down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
The Canes have it with a 1st and goal. try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down here, probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. That's got it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? Wide out trying to get it in. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Canes!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Auburn had an impressive showing there on the Plains, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Bo Jackson is impressed with this one. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Pulled and finds his man on the left. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Landry. Pocket breaking down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half. He's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it along the sideline. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, how about the defense? How about the respect level for this guy? Double team him, and what happens? He still wins. You think the offense is going to continue to feature this guy?
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Wants to throw. It's Landry. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Looking for more room. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them
Makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
The Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got his man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now they take the lead. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air, it's Landry. Pressure coming. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Noles will kick it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. That Miami offense back onto the field. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Canes can really attack on this second and short. Leaves it with the running back. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Of room to throw that one in there. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well, and they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Hurricanes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Gets it out fast. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Wants to keep it in the air. Catch in the middle. It's Roy. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And the Canes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Touchdown, Miami! Fit it in the window for the score. That is confidence in look at the revolutions on that one as he zips it in there.
Confidence, arm arrogance, whatever you want to call it. You can tell he believed it. Put it right where he needed to. You got double coverage. You got to fit it in there. He believed, and he did.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia State is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over Georgia Southern. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. From the gun, running back on the move. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Back to throw, it's Landry. That pass is incomplete. Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Snagged out of the air. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Noles want to pick up the tempo. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage and reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
And after that incompletion, they are left with a third down. Looking downfield, it's Landry. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
The Seminoles come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Back to throw. It's Landry. Gets it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those two interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Reads it, fires complete. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
So now it's second and long. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man in the middle. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gives it on the option. Turning it on. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricane. Excellent pass by the back on the option. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built a lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Their speed and swag, they got it going now. They got the confidence going, and when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will open from the 15. Scanning the field, it's Landry. Here's the pressure. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Right on the money. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Still running at the 40. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be every... Based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to let it go. Makes the grab at the 30. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Landry. Oh, they're after him. Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience of this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Wants to fire on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you can tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. It's on target and complete. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass call is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning it. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
The give to the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Let's go! They go to the ground. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
The Hurricanes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll give it to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17.
Man, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
To the air. It's Landry. Finds his big tight end. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the 4th quarter.
Catch inside the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Got it in the middle. It's Carter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
He's got him this time. Bounced off his feet. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. He's got it down the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
Miami, 31. Florida State, 21.
Coming out with it, it's Cook. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. One out of bounds at the 17, and he takes it deep into enemy territory, and they are set up. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
The give and tick, 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 tick. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the fourth quarter has kind of changed, and this defense is settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
Rides the back on the option to give. Got enough space. Touchdown, Canes. Great job by the back on the option. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Okay. Get set, get set.
On the ground, it's Claiborne. Breaks the tackle. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. And the penalty will be accepted. The offense says, thank you very much. Quarterback on the keeper. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. Powers through. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Finds a little space. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. From the gun, the ground game. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.